challenges are plenty in our society that is facing our young people here in South Sudan in our different parts. But in spite of their challenges, there are joys, because when you see in our churches, our young people, mostly they go to the church to do the church activities, so that that is where they find their love. Let me give an example of one little a niece of mine, and she went with my mother to the funeral, and when she came back, she told my mother, I don't want to go to the funeral, I want to go to church. Means that in the church there is something beautiful there. So this little child, 4 years old, knows that the church is a place of happiness, the church is a place of joy, not going to the funeral, not in the area. So
South Sudan as a whole, 60.5% approximately are Christians. And out of that, 40% or more than 40% are Catholics. Now, WOW probably is rich in that Catholicism, faith. However, the young people are still in that, they have not yet got into that level of deep experience of their faith. They are still craving, but they are looking for someone who is there to look up to guide them in their faith. But generally, faith is there, it is growing, and it is coming up slowly, especially among the young people. Despite the economic challenges, political situation, security, is still the only thing that they are hanging on is their faith. And that's why sometimes in the prayer gathering or anything that is related to faith, you see many who come to attend are young people, because it is the only hope that is left for them.
I finished my senior studies, and right now I am with the sisters, and I am doing my computer training. And what I want to do in my future is, I really feel that I want to become a sister, and so I am hoping for that. I met the Salesian sisters. It was in Juba in 2019. I was there. I was studying there in Juba. It was when I felt that I want to become a sister, and my parish priest took me to the Salesian sisters in Gumbo, and that is how I met them.
As a child, I went to school with the Salesian sisters from kindergarten, or some will say nursery school, until I finished my primary in Auxilium in Wau, South Sudan. It was a nice experience. And before that, when I was in class 5, when the Salesian sisters now began doing different activities, celebrating the Salesian feast, and we participate in different games. And we are few South Sudanese Salesian sisters, and then it was the first time for me to see a Salesian sister in 2002, when Sister Betty, when she came to school. I was in class 5 at that time, and I was happy. I said, wow, there is an African sister, because we are used to see the missionaries, but that gave me the challenge that I also can be one like her. So that is how I began having that desire of being a Salesian sister. It has been a nice experience, because seeing our sisters running up and down, what inspired me is to be a Salesian sister is that these sisters are tirelessly there, always with us young people in school. They give their best, they try their best, they come to class, they teach us, even when we are at break, they are there with us. And they also smile at us. What also made me love the Salesian sister and want to be one of the Salesian sisters is one day I was standing in front of our school auxilium and Sister Juliet came and passed and she greeted me and she smiled at me. I was like, how this sister does not know me, but she smiled at me. And that made me feel that these sisters are really special. So being a young person that is raised in this society, for us culture is very strong and all that. But my participation in the church and in a school which is Salesian is a very active school, gave me that push, growing up with that love in me for God and for the young people. And every day I go back to myself, I say, what really inspired me to be a Salesian sister? When I get discouraged, I remember that it was the love for Jesus and for the young people. And I continue to discern every day that the young people that Don Bosco and Madame Mazzarello gave their life for is today here. Sometimes as sisters we may think that we are doing nothing. We don't see the fruit of what we are doing. But I will tell them and tell the young people that when we get discouraged, I see the fruit of it in me. Maybe thousands of the girls or the young people that we have taught in that time, I am here one of them, one of those young people that they have touched in one way or the other. So, Salesian sisters, you are great. And I think the young people from, when you watch this, don't get discouraged to come and join the Salesian sisters. There is something beautiful about us. And we are always there with the young people. Though, working with the teenagers is a bit hard, but every day you are there with them, it changed their lives. It's not only talking, but with the presence, you change them. And I think that is what made me to be a Salesian sister. The presence of the sister, the smile that they give to us in school, they are self-giving, every morning coming and sitting there, giving us the best. I think during that time, during our time, auxilium in WOW used to be the best in everything, in sports, in academic and all that. So we were famous. And the Salesian sisters have done a lot to us.